back to Fireplace Story. I look forward to sharing this book with you, from our home to yours. Today we're going to be reading a wonderful book. It's called Raynard the Bard, written by Steve Priest. If you want a copy of this book, please check in the description below. Let's get started. Raynard the Bard worked for the king, and entertaining was his thing. A dashing chap, so bold and grand, the greatest star in all the land. Raynard the Bard put on a show. Each day up to the throne he'd go. His Majesty would start out snappy, but when he left, the king was happy. Raynard the Bard had many skills. He mixed them up to bring the thrills. The talents that the fox did learn, you'll find them on your next page turn. Look at these wonderful illustrations. Now, this book is packed full of rhyming words. Listen out and see if you can hear them. Raynard the Bard did like to rhyme, and rhyme he did most all the time. He liked to say balloon, baboon, but never in the afternoon. Raynard the Bard could play the flute. The Queen, she said it sounded cute. He played it wearing just one boot, stood on one leg and went toot toot. Did you hear those? Flute and cute, boot and toot. Raynard the Bard could tell a story. He learnt them all from Jack and Nori, of knights who fought for golden glory, or spooky tales, but nothing gory. Raynard the Bard could really dance. About the town he'd jump and prance. A foxtrot, waltz, or boogaloo, he liked to try out something new. Raynard the Bard liked trampolining and almost hit the castle ceiling. He bounced about and tumbled high. He really was a super guy. Wow. Raynard the Bard sang like a bird, tweet, cheep and chirp till he was heard. He'd sing a song with Robin Hood, backed by the band in old Sherwood. Look, there's Robin Hood and his band. Raynard the Bard could juggle with plums. He'd count them all to help with sums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Around they'd go again and again. Raynard the Bard knew lots of jokes. He hid them underneath his cloaks. He'd ask the crowd, what's sticky and brown? A stick, they'd shout, you silly old clown. Raynard the Bard could balance a chair with just one hand way up in the air. And in that chair there sat a mouse who laughed and squeaked, I see your house. Raynard the Bard made funny faces. He made his mouth and nose swap places. How did he do that? His eyes and ears could twist and turn until he got a silly gurn. Raynard the Bard could ride a bike with just one wheel. It was no trike. That unicycle he could pedal to race the best and win the medal. Do you hear that? Pedal and medal, bike and trike. Raynard the Bard leapt like a lizard, flew through the air just like a wizard. he liked to backflip 1, 2, 3 while drinking lovely herbal tea. Reynard the Bard could read your mind and tell the crowd the things he'd find. He laughed and made it up with glee, and then he called it ESP. Reynard the Bard could puppeteer and write a play just like Shakespeare. With Punch and Judy and all the rest, his show, it was the very best. Reynard the Bard could walk on stilts. He did it wearing a tartan kilt. But never on a windy day. Oh dear, what would the neighbours say? Reynard the Bard could charm a snake. He did it using chocolate cake. He'd look it in the beady eye, then splat it with a custard pie. Goodness me. Reynard is very talented, isn't he? Reynard the Bard was good at art and painted pictures from the heart. He'd put some paper on the easel and start to paint a naughty weasel. Look at this weasel. Reynard the Bard could do no more. He opened up the bedroom door. I wonder what the next day brings. It's always good to try new things. The end. What a fabulous book. The illustrations are beautiful. And if you get this book, have a look through with your parents and see what you can pick out. And I loved the rhyming words in it. Did you pick them out while I was reading? Thanks, Steve, for creating such a beautiful book for children. If you like this, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us create more content like this and hopefully bring you more wonderful stories to life. From our home to yours. Until next time, bye.